Hey, it's Denis Shapovalov. Welcome to The Slice. Hey, it's Denis Shapovalov. Welcome to The Slice.
All right, people. Welcome to The Slice. You heard the man say it. Denis Shapovalov, new friend of the show and player who's about to get underway here on Queens for this is just going to be a commentation watch party of the fans watching along of this third set we got between Shapovalov and Tommy Paul. Finishing up their match from yesterday that ended due to darkness, I think. I was watching it and they kind of just left the court. I think it's going to be, I think it was because of darkness. I don't see any lights around the court, but awesome matchup. They split the first two sets. So we're going to watch this third set, just a quick and easy shootout, one set shootout. It's kind of like one of those new tennis formats that they're trying to introduce, but it's not. It's a real ATP match at Queens. And it's interesting because these guys need match wins for different things, I think. Let me just make sure we are all good here. I think we are. Yeah, Tommy Paul, Shapovalov both coming into this, both not doing very well. Shapovalov has lost 4 matches in a row. I talked to him in Stuttgart. He lost after beating Rafa at the Italian Open. He lost to Ruud, and then he lost to Ivashka in the first round of Geneva. He lost to Holger Rune in the first round of the French Open, and then he lost to Oscar Ate in the first round of the Boss Open in Stuttgart, which I was at. So he's happy to be on the grass. He loves grass, but this is another tough draw for him. And then in 2022, Tommy Paul, yeah, he's doing okay, 16-4. I think he had a good start to this season, and then it's kind of not gone as well as of late. I talked to his coach and Tommy in back, where was that? The Italian Open, and he had just, I think, in Estoril, he lost in the first round. Madrid, he lost in the first round. And then in the Italian Open, he ended up getting a match win, which is good, but then he lost also first round in Geneva, first round in the French Open, first round in Hertogenbosch. So yeah, now they're both playing. So both guys here, as I just said, need a win, like bad. Both guys are top players. So it's tough. That's the ATP. It's hard to get wins, and you can get in slumps, and maybe both these players are in it, or maybe they've just been facing tough players and haven't been getting the luck they need. But both guys, like I said, are looking to win this. Third set, I don't know. You never know how to react. Like they're both warming up their serves right now, but Shapovalov definitely had the momentum last night, winning the second set. But now it's a new day, new court, and they just get one set to do it. So margins for error here are going to be very small, right? You can't get away with much here. So let me just I'm trying to find the scoreboard, but I haven't seen a real good one there. I don't think, because with who we use for the scores, because the match is all messed up, I think their kind of live scoreboards are messed up as well. Let's see if they've got it up now in a better format. If not, though, it's all good, because if you guys are watching along and I'm watching along, we got it. 1 second. We have got it, people. Where are you guys tuning in from? Let me know. Thanks for being here and watching along on the stream presented by PointsBet Canada. How you doing? Let me know how you're doing. Let me know who you think is going to pull this one out. There we go. The umpire just said resumption of play. And Shapovalov starting to serve. I think that's a big advantage in a format like this in just 3 sets. So we'll see. They have the non-automatic line calling here. So in a lot of the other tournaments, like the Boss Open in Stuttgart, I was just said they had the automatic line calling. Here at the Queen's Club in London, they keep it more classic. They don't have the automatic line calling. Shapo gets a point on his second serve to start this match / end to the match. So this is interesting, people. I don't know if you can see it here, my kind of Wimbledon style tennis ball cans. Got my racket, got my Federer book. Gstaad Open I'll be at later. So lots of tennis going on. Thanks for being here. Make sure you smash the like button. That really helps us out. Subscribe if you haven't already. And just check out our videos. I posted a ton of, I think, really good content lately. Interview with Bianca Andreescu a couple days ago in Berlin. It's up now. You can watch that. So lots happening. We got someone from Tennessee. Adam, what's going on? Welcome to Tennessee. Davina thinks Paul is going to be the winner. Hamand thinks Shapo and Felix have a great chance at Wimbledon, but does it matter now the points are gone? We'll see. I'll talk more about that in a second here. Shapovalov, 3 points to start. Looking to easily hold off the bat, which is great for him. But yeah, the question for Shapovalov, I talked to him in Stuttgart, and he was, he's one of the guys who's losing a lot of points. I think he's losing 720 points because of the Wimbledon points ban, or he's losing them and he's not able to defend them. So that's going to affect him. I think it's not going to drop him too far in the ranking though. Like other guys are going to drop further. So I got a private jet, I think, taking off outside my house here in Switzerland. Let's look at the rankings here for a second. So Shapovalov is 15th in the world right now. If he drops 720 points, it'll go to make him have 1,700 points roughly, which would put him around 22 to 25 in the world maybe. So yeah, 15 to 25 in the world, that's a big deal. Obviously, it's a huge deal. It's hard to move that. It's hard to move up 10 spots. You have to do a lot to do that. So that sucks for Shapovalov. But again, 25 is still you're seated at majors, you're seated at masters, I think. Maybe not the masters. But yeah, anyways. He said that that's put more pressure on him and put more pressure on him at the French because he felt like he could make up points there because he didn't play the French last year, so that's correct. He could have made up anything he did there. He would have made up points. And he said that put pressure on him. And then he was playing Holger Rune in the first round, so that's a nightmare first round matchup. Obviously, Holger Rune, friend of the show, playing super well, just crushing it in general. So yeah, it's been a really tough run of form for Shapovalov coming into this. And yeah, we'll see. Right now, it's a good start. First point on Tommy Paul's serve. Tommy Paul's yet to land a serve. Gotta be tough. You feel for both guys coming out here like this. 2 double faults for Tommy Paul to start. That's when I said there was no margin for error here, that's an error, and there's not much margin for it. Tommy Paul now coming forward off a serving volley. Tough volley to handle though. And this could be a quick set. That's a tough start for Paul. 2 double faults and then a volley at the feet that he can't make. So Shapovalov's got 3 break points here. Shapo is going to be needing to take these opportunities early in this third and final set. Wow. And that was a sliced return from Shapovalov that skidded, and then Tommy Paul kind of mishit that for a clean winner. It's a weird little bit of a lower bounce than you expect here. Whoa, sorry about that. Yawning. Yeah, I know. Tommy did seem a bit upset, or he seemed like he was asking about something with the umpire, and I'm not sure what that was. Tommy gets another point there off his second serve, I think. I think Tommy was looking at the grass, like he had the umpire come out and check the grass. Maybe he was trying to stall to make the second set get carried over to today, so he could have a chance to like maybe get his momentum back in the second set today. But they ended up letting play continue. Shapovalov, I think, served out the set, and then Tommy Paul saves a third break point at his clutch. And then they ended up coming out today after with one set apiece. People, that's a big start to the match, or to this set. Three break points saved. If you get down a break early on the grass, it can be tough. It's better to go down a break early, I guess, than late. But Shapo, that's not a good way to start this match. Like, getting 3 break points is a great way to start the set, but not saving them is like worse than, I don't know how to say it. It's like more bad than the getting the break points is good. It's crazy. Fine margins. As I said, fine margins, people. Well, welcome to the stream, family. We got Anto saying, go Shapo, go. And Tommy Paul holds. That's 5 points in a row after going down 3 break points. Dreamt, thank you, sir. I don't know if I'm definitely not the only indie reporter, but thank you. Mike K, we got Go Shap. I think we got some Canadians. Any Canadians tuned in here to the Canadian tennis stream? Let me know. I know Mike, just first serves from Tommy Paul got him out of that. Now Shapo serving. Shapo with the fist pump puts away the overhead, lets it bounce smartly. Why not? Why wouldn't you let it bounce? Smart of him. Tommy Paul versus Denis Shapovalov. Great matchup. I love the styles of these two guys. On the grass at the Cinch Championships. Kyrgios versus Tsitsipas. Yeah, that's another one that is going on right now. I'm actually going to throw that on the side. Why won't I? Obviously. I don't know. I'm backing Tsitsipas on the grass, honestly, to play well. His serve and forehand is like more potent than Kyrgios's. Kyrgios's serve is more potent than Shapovalov's, than Tsitsipas. But Tsitsipas' serve, first forehand, just forehand in general, is better than Kyrgios, I would say. Not that Kyrgios isn't good, but Shapo there holds super cleanly. Hasn't lost a point on serve in this second set, or in this third set, sorry. So yeah, we got Shapo and Tommy Paul going at it. We got Kyrgios and Tsitsipas going at it 2-all in Halle. What do you think, people? What do you think? Who do I like to win? Like I said, I don't know. It's a shootout, right? It's a big old shootout. I think Shapovalov's got a better serve, more easily can hold. So I'm going to say Shapovalov. He can also hurt himself a bit more than I think Tommy Paul does, but one set shootout. I think you gotta look at Shapo. Let's take a look at the odds. That'll be interesting. On tennis, we gotta find them here. Yeah, we got right now. It's wow. If you want to bet on Tommy Paul, you could almost get 4 times your money on PointsBet Canada. It's 3.85 for Tommy Paul to win. Shapo's at only 1.2. It actually just changed again. Very interesting. So yeah, you could, if you want Paul to win, you bet on him, you could get 4 times your money. Might be something to think about. Might be something to think about if you're so inclined. Shapovalov there getting the first point on Tommy Paul's serve again. That big lefty forehand. So yeah, the stat showing on the screen right now, second serve points won for the match. Shapovalov 65, Tommy Paul 38. So Shapovalov's really been able to get into the Tommy Paul second serve. Shapovalov there on the slice just looked a little bit late to decide what he was going to do. Pushes that along. On the grass, the one-handers get picked on a lot, unless you're Roger Federer, who can just somehow handle like the slice like perfectly at all times. Watching Tsitsipas right now, that's the big thing for him. Great pickup there. These guys are both such good athletes. I have a job. This is my job. You're looking at it. So your support means a lot. So appreciate you guys being here, checking out PointsBet, leaving a tip if you want. Link below. All the stuff helps. Dreamt, wondering what Shapo's Wimbledon odds. I think he's pretty hot. 2-2. So Tommy Paul holds. It's a good question. Let's look at the Wimbledon odds. Why don't we? Shapovalov he's dropped. He's like 41-1 to win Wimbledon. So that's pretty crazy. Tommy Paul passes Shapovalov as Shapo comes to the net. These are the fine margins here, people. 2-2. You know, I think players are through the juniors and stuff like that, through weather delays. I think both these players, I'm sure, have had to stop a match and start it the next day. But it's just, you got to try and handle it like a pro, like they're doing. But it's not easy. Shapovalov gets to the point on the first serve there. Just looking at the Kyrgios-Tsitsipas match. Tsitsipas is definitely having to defend off his backhand slice a lot. Wow, and he's doing it well. Wow, that is a crazy point. I just watched the craziest point in a while. Tsitsipas versus Kyrgios. That was electric. Back to the task at hand. Yes, Shapovalov now second serve, or first serve, left first serve, down 15-30. Danger time for Shapo. Sorry, I was distracted by another match there. Second serve here coming for Shapo. He's won about just over 60% of his second serves for the match, but this is almost like a new match, right? See what happens here. Pretty good second serve. Oh, and a great leaning away forehand from Shapovalov. That took some special skill right there. I would love to see any of us try that. We'd probably pull something, end up in a wheelchair. That was pretty good. People are thinking Tommy's going to win. I don't know. 30-all. Don't give up hope if you're a Canadian fan right now. Jammer first serve from Shapovalov gets the free point. Great body serve there. Kind of took Paul into like a upper left shoulder jammer. It's a very nuanced serve, you know. Everyone's all about the aces, but the body serve jammers, I love those. Where you want to hit them, like low, flat, right, square into the body, or like jam the backhand. That's the question. Shapovalov now, game point, 40-30. What is he going to do? Second serve, out wide slider. Comes back in, but Shapovalov goes up the line at the backhand. Bit of a weird one, but gets it done. 3-2, Shapovalov on serve, but ahead. Set's going to be over, and this match is going to be over, and they're barely going to have broken a big sweat. Interesting. Yeah, the grudge match, the Tsitsipas, the pride that's on the line, Tsitsipas versus Kyrgios, just crazy. Kyrgios knows he's like, I gotta listen to what's going on here. Kyrgios is talking trash. Interesting stuff. Who do you guys think is going to win? Kyrgios or Kyrgios or Tsitsipas? Like, that's, to me, it's a super tough one to call. Kyrgios has the better hands and the better grass court record, I'd say. Tsitsipas is the better tennis player. I think Tsitsipas has a lot to lose in this matchup, and Kyrgios kind of doesn't. Back to the match at hand, though. They are coming back out. Tommy Paul to serve at 2-3 down. 2-3 darn. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Adam thinks if Kyrgios can keep his emotions in check, I think he can win. Right now, he's not doing that. He's arguing. There's something going on. I don't know what's going on. Tommy Paul, second serve. The Shapovalov forehand. Great hitting from Paul. Saw a lot of that last night, especially in that first set. Both guys can just hit the ball. Such good ball strikers. Tommy Paul's footwork, like, I don't know, to me, like, looks lazy sometimes. And I feel like that is a bit lazy, but he's got great hands, so he just makes up with it. Maybe he's just so cool and moves so sleekly that it's actually good footwork, but it just looks like not good footwork. Oh my gosh, Tommy is just playing great right now. Oh, but so is Shapovalov with the pass. What a point that was. Did you guys see that? That's incredible tennis. Just both Tommy Paul defending amazingly, putting it right to the back baseline, then coming forward and Shapovalov passing him. That is just tasty, people. Take another look at the take another look at the odds here. Let's keep an eye on those on the live. On the live odds. Yeah, we still got Shapovalov like way ahead to win. Well, it's because the margins are so tight. I wonder who's watching this. Oof, and that's net. Maybe that's why. Now it's 15-30. Chapo with a little light into this service game of Tommy Paul. Tommy not getting his first serve in there. Second, coming, a little bit of danger. Great second serve, kicking up into the body. That's an interesting one. Probably a bit of a weird bounce with the grass, but the kick serve to the backhand of the lefty, that's moving in towards the body. So that's like the worst possible scenario. That's a smart second serve. Another jammer, first serve there from Tommy. Jammers all around. A little bit of British jam out here on the grass courts of Queens in London. I might go to Eastbourne. I got a press pass to Eastbourne, which is like a little sleepy town, I think. And Paul not able to get out of this game. Shapovalov playing strong. Now it's deuce. Deuce at 3-2. That is a interesting one. Mike K, are you using PointsBet Canada? Let me know. If not, you should. They got an insane welcome bonus. Sign up offer. Tommy Paul game point. Shapovalov pissed that he can't get that return in play at deuce. Another one not in play. I think that's like 4 in a row. 4 serves in a row unreturned for Tommy Paul to get out of that game. Pretty good. Pretty good for him. Getting some crazy static feedback here on the channel. Adam, okay. Yeah, he's going at it with the automatic line judges. He did that in Stuttgart as well. It's always 80, see, the problem, I love Nick. I love his game. I've always cheered from him, and I do support him in most ways because I'm one of those guys there's always a class clown. I was always, I'm emotional on court as well. So I don't hate that, but my problem is that anything that he does wrong, if that's missing, it's always a bad bounce. It's usually 80% of the time he blames something else for his mistakes. It seems. Which is not, and he would agree, it's probably not good. Because it just doesn't help you take accountability. That was an interesting swinging volley there from Tsitsipas. That's a swagged out running volley, I'll tell you that. Shapovalov up 30-love quickly in this 3-all game. In the 7th game of the 3rd set. Super tight here. Super, super tight. There's a shank from old Shapo. The Shapo shank. Tsitsipas up 5-4 on serve with Kyrgios. Shapovalov serving 30-15. I'm also going to give a shout out, you can see it right now, to our newest member, Isaac, who just joined on Patreon. Shout out to Isaac, massive shout out for the support. You guys can join Europass, which is our YouTube membership, and Patreon. If you do that, you get some behind the scenes looks into the tour where I'm traveling right now. I give things I hear coaches and players talking about on the practice court. I kind of do a little bit deeper dives into those types of things, drama that I see happening, just behind the scenes of tournaments. So if you like what we do here and you want to support us, join our channel or join us on Patreon, and we super appreciate your support. 30-all now. Tight point of this match. And Shapovalov just going long. Break point for Tommy Paul. Kind of out of nowhere, but things can go very quickly on grass. All I know is Shapovalov, it's just the demons in your mind. You know when you've lost 4 in a row and now you're break point down in the third set. You gotta mentally be strong. Wow, deep from Paul. Shapovalov has to defend, but kind of gets lucky with the net court and then goes into the net, and he's broken. Shapovalov is broken by Tommy Paul, who's now is going to serve at 4-3. And to give us a look at Shapo, that's just got to be agonizing. 3 break points in the first Tommy Paul service game. Wasn't able to capitalize on those, so now he's facing a number of his own, or he did face and he got broken. So that's just, now he has to break back to stay in this match. That's tough. That is very tough. Chapo, yeah, with his team sitting right there behind him. Just, he's got a problem solved now. He's got to figure it out. It's not like he's had looks into almost each service game of Paul here in this third set. So he's got to have some belief, but we'll see. And I've seen Tommy Paul get pretty tight serving things out before. So we will have to watch that as well. Speaking about tight, it's 5-4 Tsitsipas with Kyrgios serving 30-all in their match. And that's a set point for Kyrgios, who's blaming another bad bounce. Set point for Kyrgios, and you know he's going to be trying to blast down an ace here, which he does, but Tsitsipas returns. Okay, Tommy Paul serving. Shapovalov defending with the backhand. Now gets the forehand and hits a pretty good inside-out forehand. Now has to come forward, slicing it up the line. Oh, and Tommy Paul. Thanks for coming out. What a passing shot there, cross court, to just break the heart one more time of Shapovalov. Unbelievable effort there after the sliding forehand slice. Comes all the way across and gets around the outside of the ball to just navigate that over the net and down into the court. It's a great pass. Shapovalov, though, still locked in. Shapo coming forward again, relentlessly. Oh my gosh, you could not have it go any worse for Shapo right now. He had looked like he thought the point was over, but the lob from Tommy Paul came back in, and then Shapo shanks the backhand. Why would you take that as a backhand? I don't. And he gives a thumbs up. It's like, nice one, Tommy. Slice return from Shapo. Now defending on his forehand, can't do it. Tsitsipas slice is so bad, man. I'm watching it. Like, it's nobody. Has to be one of the worst slices on tour. I mean, the thing is, you're used to watching Federer play with his slice, which is the best slice of all time. Literally, we're called the slice. He's got the best one of all time. So he can just consistently slice back on grass court, like, without missing. This guy's ripping forehands inside out, which Kyrgios was just doing a Tsitsipas, but Tsitsipas' backhand slice could still use some serious work. He knows it. So tough on grass to not have that in the bag or be able to return consistently with that. Tommy Paul now holds to go to 5-3, and this is not looking good for Shapovalov. Let's take a look at the odds now again. Now the odds, match result. Now it's gone to 6.5 times to 1 for Shapovalov to win. So if you think there's a big come around, Adam's saying, oh no, Shap, not like this. And Mike is also disappointed. It's fair enough. It's tough if you're a Shapo fan like we are here. 5-3. Shapo's serving to stay in the match. Double fault to start is not how it's done. I don't know how this is going to work with Peter Polansky, his coach, Shapovalov. I don't know who initiated the leaving of Jamie Delgado, but it happened fairly recently. But since Peter Polansky's been the full-time coach, I think he was the full-time coach in Rome. That's a great point from Shapovalov there coming forward. But not a good track record so far in the coaching relationship. So we'll see if that continues. I'm sure it will. They're friends, and right before Wimbledon's a weird time to change, but I don't really see too much that Shapovalov is doing wrong. Like, his game is honestly, his body's looking great. Like, he looks strong. Like, I feel like he's perfectly ready to do damage, but it's just kind of like the classical errors or it's another double fault for Shapovalov. The classical errors that hurt Shapo, errors basically, not being consistent through match. But there's an ace followed up, so 30-all. So we are right on the edge, folks. We are on the edge. If you guys are betting, are you using PointsBet Canada? Let me know. Are you using PointsBet Canada? That's the odds I'm looking at. And if you're not, you got to ask yourself, why not? Because they are our presenting sponsor, if you didn't know. And they're legendary, supporting Canadian tennis. Shapovalov game point now. Tommy Paul just getting some of the cleanest strikes from awkward positions on the court. Like, that backhand return was probably well outside the double sideline, and just puts it cross court back to the other sideline on the line. Like, what are you going to do? For Shapo, that's just so frustrating. Shapo with the forehand unforced error, and that gives Tommy Paul match point. My word. And second serve coming here for Shapovalov. What's it going to be? Second serve out wide. Gets the free point. Shapo's got to feel relieved on that one. We are still alive. Deuce. 5-3 Paul. Adam, PointsBet is in the US, yes, but it's a different. We're sponsored by PointsBet Canada, the Canadian version. As you know, they all have to be kind of separate. It's another free point on the serve for Shapovalov, so he's got game point now to get out of this one. Stay alive. Staying alive in Great Britain, England, Britain. Shapovalov does it. Another free point on the serve. Now it all comes down to this. He's got to break. Tommy Paul's got to hold. What are you thinking? So if you're basically, if we're looking at the live odds here, you can get 6 times your money if you think Shapovalov is going to come back into this. If he's going to break and then win the match. I don't know. What do you guys think is going to happen? What do you guys predict? Also, if you haven't yet, why don't you just take a second and smash the like button? Really helps us out. I appreciate that big time. And that way, more people will see our stream. I'll feel better about myself in general in life. Yeah, and subscribe and join our channel if you haven't already. All support and tips are appreciated. Thank you. If you don't know where you are right now, you just showed up, got a special welcome for you.
Hey, it's Denis Shapovalov. Welcome to The Slice.
Welcome to The Slice from the man himself who is going to have to break here to stay alive in this match. Can he do it? That's the big, big question. Set 3, it's been 38 minutes. Now we're in the business end officially, aren't we? We are in the business end. Tommy Paul coming forward well, and Shapovalov missing with the backhand. Trying to hit a pretty crazy angle there, instead of just making Tommy Paul play one more ball. Some of those little decisions that add up to being consistent or not. Tommy Paul, not a super hard first serve into the backhand of Shapovalov. I think I might have almost, it was a bit of a change up there, and that Shapovalov got out in front of it, ended up missing. You can be so creative with your serving. That's one of the cool things in tennis. It's not always, on the guys, it's not just pounding away as hard as you can first serves. Extended rally here, forehand Chapo to backhand Tommy Paul. Chapo likes that matchup and he gets the point, so much needed point there, 30-15. The odds are still heavily in Tommy Paul's favor to hold this game. See it out. Tommy. Chapo, big forehand return. And goes strongly up the line. Great backhand from Chapo. That's the type of things we like to see. A few fist pumps after that one. Chapo's been very reserved in this set. And last night, honestly. Back in Geneva at the beginning of the clay season, he was like yelling, fist pumping after every point almost, if he won. There's a good first serve from Tommy Paul to set up match point. Huge first serve, and here's crunch time. So Shapovalov, maybe that's something they've been working on, like with the coaching team, just kind of holding in the emotions, more positive and negative. We got match point, Tommy Paul. First serve, comes back from Chapo. Now he has to lob. And it's a great lob. Tommy Paul has to play it, and they're back into a rally. Forehand to backhand for Tommy Paul. Another forehand Chapo. Great cross court. Backhand up the line. Tommy Paul slicing for Chapo. And it's over. Shapovalov goes into the net, and he might have broken his racket on his shoe. I think he did, and that makes sense. Or he at least smacked it pretty good. I feel that. That's tough for him. tough for both guys, but yeah, and that racket is definitely done. On the shoe, no damage done to the court. Tommy Paul comes through. That's a big win for him. Like I said, both guys needed a win pretty desperately. So he's going to very much appreciate that. But Denis Shapovalov will very much not appreciate another tough draw. Tommy Paul in the first round at Queens. And it's just a tough way to try and get out of a 4-match losing streak. It's just not easy to do. So yeah, Shapovalov loses 5th match in a row. He will be playing Mallorca next week or next weekend, so I'm sure he'll be heading there soon. Super disappointing from him, for him, not from him. Tommy Paul's a tough player. It's a tough first round match, and it's just confidence, right? Like confidence comes and goes even for the top guys. And when you lose 5 matches in a row, it's really hard to be confident for your next one. So I would be, again, shocked. I wasn't shocked that that Shapo lost this match because Tommy Paul's a good player, but I'd be shocked if he lost again at Mallorca first round. I mean, it depends who he plays, but he's just a great player. He's a great grass court player, and he's not really being able to show that right now. I just looked over, and Nick Kyrgios is smashing his racket on the seat there. I'm assuming that means he lost the first set. 2 broken rackets in the last 5 minutes, and Nick is losing it. He's full on losing it. Anto put money on Shapo, did you? Better not be one of those guys messaging players after they lose, because that is the absolute worst, and you should hopefully be caught and tarred and feathered. But yeah, if you put money on Tommy Paul midway through that set, that would have been a nice 4x on it, wouldn't it? Anyways, people, this is it from the Canadian Tennis Stream. Shapovalov loses today. Bianca Andreescu also loses a heartbreaker. She was serving for the match. That was tough. Check out our interview that I did with her, though, in Berlin. I think she's moving in the right direction big time. Definitely with the way she played today. She was the better player, I thought, for most of that match. Maybe he's got a bit tight at the end, but yeah, we'll see. Anto, the game was not fixed. No one fixes tennis matches. It's just betting. It's a risk. Can't be mad about it. Anyways, we'll see you guys next time here on the Slice on the Canadian Tennis Stream. Take care. We'll see you back on the grass very shortly.